So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Throwing again. Jackson forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 2 times. 3 down. Alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jaron Reed, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Come on, fellas. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Steps away. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Jackson to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Seahawks 34.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic, dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game.